It's nighttime. Your hotel hallway is too quiet, and suddenly your footsteps sound loud, like even the carpet is trying to hush you. Your keycard beep feels rude. That's the vibe of today's episode. Because some places feel totally normal at noon, then after dark, locals lower their voices and say, "Yeah, about that place." Tonight we're counting down 9 tourist spots with creepy legends locals whisper after dark. Stay to the end, because one has a myth Hollywood loves, locals side-eye, and I've got a bonus creepy but real spot after one, so you don't click away early. And please don't skip 5, because it's the one with an actual posted warning about not being there at night. Tiny challenge. As we count down, comment the number that gave you goosebumps. No explanations, just the number. I'm Carley, and this is Carley Meanders, where we slow down in famous places and listen for the quiet stories guidebooks barely mention. No fake. I was totally there at midnight energy from me. Just travel bestie storytelling with receipts and a healthy respect for reality. Quick respect rule. These are legends and local lore, not guarantees of ghosts, and please don't trespass or break visiting hours. One more promise, spooky, not gory, so you can watch this at 2 a.m. without regretting your life choices. Okay, lights low, volume up, and if you're watching in bed, sorry in advance. Number 9, Sedlec Ossuary in Kutna Hora, Czechia, also known as the Bone Church. From the outside, it's humble. Then you walk downstairs and your brain goes, "Wait, are those?" It's that split second where you don't want to stare, and you can't look away. Estimates say the ossuary holds the remains of roughly 40,000 to 70,000 people, with bones artistically arranged into decor. The chapel is decorated with bones from tens of thousands of people, arranged into garlands, chalices, and a chandelier that includes at least one of every bone in the body. In the 1800s, a woodcarver named František Rint arranged the bones into the ornate displays visitors come to see today, so it's art, devotion, and mortality in one room. And yes, there's even a full coat of arms made of bone. It's equal parts craftsmanship and existential crisis. Rint even left his signature in bone near the entrance, like, "Yes, I did this, and you will think about it forever." The After Dark whisper here isn't, "It's haunted," it's, "Be respectful." Because when you realize these were real people, your voice naturally drops a few notches. Micro moment. You laugh nervously, and then you immediately stop laughing because the silence answers you back. To keep it PG, it's more museum than horror house, but it lingers in your chest long after you leave. Number 8, the Paris Catacombs, about 20 meters under the city, in a maze that used to be limestone quarries. Millions of Parisians' remains were transferred here when cemeteries overflowed, and the municipal ossuary was consecrated in 1786. One detail that always gets me, transfers happened at night in covered wagons, like a quiet, grim parade under lamplight. If you've seen photos, you know the wall patterns, skulls stacked like they're part of the architecture. Some sections feel curated, other tunnels feel like bone history packed behind stone. The After Dark whisper? Getting turned around. Because in a maze, this way and that way start to feel like the same sentence. And your brain starts bargaining. If I just see daylight again, I'll stop procrastinating, I swear. Tell me you didn't just tighten your grip on your phone. Number 7, the real Mary King's Close in Edinburgh, an underground street sealed beneath the Royal Mile. Legend says that during plague times, the sick were shut inside and abandoned. Historians dispute parts of that story. but what's confirmed is the close was largely abandoned in the 1600s and later built over. Today it's a guided tour through cramped rooms told by character guides, which makes everything feel too close. You know that instinct to duck under a low ceiling even when you don't need to? That. Edinburgh is basically the capital of spooky history told well, and this place is a big reason why ghost tours are such a thing there. And then there are the Annie stories, visitors leaving toys, guides lowering their voices like a child might be listening. Belief aside, it's the atmosphere that does the heavy lifting. Halfway check. Unclench your shoulders, sip water, we're going darker from here. Number 6. Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California, the mansion with stairs that lead nowhere and doors that open into walls. The legend says Sarah Winchester kept building to appease spirits. The reality is more human: grief, money, and a wildly ambitious construction project that turned into a maze. Some researchers point out there's no solid evidence for the famous "a medium told her to build forever" story, yet it's the version that stuck because it's so cinematic. And the house itself feeds the legend. Stairs that stop at a ceiling, doors that open to blank space, corridors that feel like they change directions when you blink. Tour-wise, you can walk through a big chunk of the house, over 100 rooms out of around 160 at its peak, so it genuinely feels like you're inside someone else's dream logic. Here's the creepy part for me. You're not just touring a house, you're touring a story people kept rewriting about a woman who couldn't win the narrative no matter what she did. Cinematic breath. Imagine standing in a hallway and hearing the house settle, tick, 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 like it's thinking. Quick pause. If you're into this one more secret countdown energy, subscribe now. I'd love to have you meandering with me twice a week. And tap like if any of these made you look over your shoulder. Consider it your payment for my emotional labor tonight. Number 5. Bhangarh Fort in Rajasthan, India. Famous for the rule you'll hear again and again: no entry after sunset. There's posted signage warning that entering before sunrise or after sunset is prohibited, with legal action mentioned for violations. That's not a random rumor. When a place literally tells you don't, your imagination starts doing cartwheels. It's one of those rare cases where the creepy legend and the official warning sign are part of the same tourist experience. Locals trade different versions: curses, spirits, dark fairy tale stuff, but the most chilling detail is how fast the mood changes when the light starts dropping. Micro moment, shadows stretch, voices get quieter, and suddenly everyone's walking faster without admitting it. Mini challenge. Would you visit at 5:59 p.m. or would you sprint back to the car at 5:30? Comment 5:59 or 5:30. Number 4. Houska Castle in Czechia, the one often nicknamed the Gateway to Hell. Legend says it was built over a deep hole, like a portal, and the castle was meant to seal it. Even Czech tourism materials mention the Gateway to Hell story tied to a hole in the basement. And whether you buy the legend or not, the setting does the work. Forest, stone, a quietness that feels like it has rules. Whether that's myth or marketing, the place leans into the mood: chapel frescoes, and that isolated "why is this here?" feeling that makes your imagination do the rest. This is the kind of spot where, at dusk, your brain starts narrating your life like a horror movie trailer, dramatic pauses included. Number 3. Poveglia Island in the Venetian Lagoon, an abandoned island with a heavy history. Historically, it was used as a quarantine station connected to plague-era protocols, and later it was associated with a hospital that closed in the 1900s. One story that pops up a lot. In the late 1700s, plague cases from ships helped cement its quarantine reputation, which later fueled the haunted island lore. And because access has often been limited, most people experience it as a silhouette, something you pass by, not something you tour, which weirdly makes it feel more mythical. More recently, it's been in the news because locals have pushed to reclaim it for community use instead of turning it into a tourist circus, which I genuinely love. The creepy legend layer comes after the don't step there reputation, the ghost stories, the rumors that it's cursed. Venice is romantic in daylight, but at night, the water turns into a mirror that feels like it's watching you back. Even the name Poveglia gets said like a whisper. Okay, quick palate cleanser. Blink twice, stretch your neck, and remember you're safe on your couch. Ready? Number 2, the Tower of London. This is peak tourist spot by day, goosebumps by night, and historic royal palaces, the people who run the tower, literally publish a roundup of its famous ghost stories. Anne Boleyn is the headline. Legends say her spirit returns, sometimes described as gliding from Tower Green to the Chapel Royal of St. Peter ad Vincula, where she's buried. And then the stories spiral: Tower Green spectres, apparitions on the battlements, a phantom bear, and even a legend about Henry VI appearing around 11 on an anniversary. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the tower has that particular weight of history you can feel in your ribs. The After Dark whisper is simple: don't joke too loud here. Because the walls have heard worse. Number 1, Bran Castle in Transylvania, Romania, aka Dracula's Castle. Here's the deliciously creepy twist. Bram Stoker's Dracula doesn't actually mention Bran Castle, and there's no evidence he ever visited it. But the association stuck: tourism, film, and the vibe of a fortress perched in the mountains. It's basically built for your imagination to run wild. The castle's own tourism pages openly lean into Dracula, and if you're a fan, it's kind of a pilgrimage, even if it's a pop culture one. So locals whisper 2 different stories after dark: the vampire legend tourists want, and the real history of a medieval stronghold that existed long before any novel. If you go, that's the move. Enjoy the myth, but don't let it erase the real place. Okay, before you click away, I promised you a bonus spot that's creepy, real, and somehow even more intense. Bonus: the Capuchin Crypt in Rome, beneath the Church of Santa Maria della Concezione dei Cappuccini. It contains the skeletal remains of thousands of Capuchin friars, arranged as bone art across small chapels, meant as a memento mori, not a haunted house. Even official tourism descriptions frame it as reflective and spiritual, so treat it like one: quiet voice, slow steps, and a little gratitude for being alive. And that's why it hits so hard at night. It's not boo, a ghost. It's, hey, remember you're alive. If you've ever had a 2 a.m. thought spiral about time and meaning, yeah. All right, your turn. Which spot are you visiting in daylight only, and which one would you bravely do at twilight with a guided tour? Drop the number and add 1 emoji. For daylight only, for twilight tour. I'll pin a comment with sources and links for each spot, so you can nerd out safely after this. And if you made it this far, you're officially one of my people. Subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. Next time, we're switching the vibe: romantic tourist spots with hidden love stories, the kind that make you want to book a flight and text your person. Until then, meander gently, keep your curiosity loud and your footsteps quiet. Good night.